following us.
I already told you, he's not my dad.
Morning, shoppers. Morning. Has anyone seen the overnights?
No.
We creamed them.
Oh, good.
Hi, sir.
Carter?
Did I wake you?
Sorta.
I couldn't sleep at all last night.
Should have called.
I didn't want to bother you.
I was just looking at the sky, trying to figure out how many stars we'd actually been to.
Actually, only a few of the stars visible from Earth have stargates on them, so...
I knew that.
Yeah.
Hammond send you by and check up on me?
No. It's funny, really. I was out driving, you know, in my car, and I drove here.
Last night was a rerun, which says to me that Do I smell onions? Excuse me. May I ask what you're doing in my boardroom?
You may proceed, mon ami.
Funny.
Yeah.
There's coffee around here, I think.
I'm gonna have to start by apologizing. My friend has a bit of a penchant for the dramatic.
Oh, come on.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to relax. I'm doing. Mubi, the golden calf.
Maybe not. How about a beer?
Sure, why not?
Created by Nancy Goldruff, a former kindergarten teacher, in 1989. Bought by the Complex Corporation in 1991. Broadcast nationally as the Mubi Funtime Hour. Since its inception, has spawned 2 theatrical films, 16 records, 8 primetime specials, and a library of price-to-own video cassettes.
Want a glass? I can wash one.
No, I'm fine, thank you, sir. So do you ever talk to her?
Can we not talk about that?
Sorry. How you feeling?
Can we not talk about that either?
Okay.
Not to mention bi-coastal theme parks, dubbed Mubi World. Did I miss anything, or?
You forgot Mubi magazine.
Damn it.
Now, is there a point to this?
You and your board are idolaters. I can't believe you forgot the magazine.
What do you want to talk about? You want to be alone. This was a bad... I should go.
Finish your beer. And then you have to wait at least an hour before you drive.
These are all made from natural products, right?
Sure, that's why I heard them in the toilet.
Sir.
What?
It's you. Do you know much about voodoo? It's a fascinating practice. No real doctrine of faith to speak of, more an arrangement of superstitions. The most well-known of which is the voodoo doll. You see, a mock-up of an individual. is subjected to various pokes and prods. The desired result is that the individual will feel those effects.
Call security. Yes, sir. Now.
All lines are currently down.
Sure, didn't the Almighty send me to watch your back? I didn't like him anyway. He wasn't right in the head.
Okay, look, I'm gonna have to...
Would you just knock it off?
You're doing it again. Now stop.
Fuck.
What did we talk about? You are responsible for raising an icon which draws worship from the Lord. You have broken the first commandment. More than that, I'm afraid not a one of you passes for a decent human being. Your continued existence is a mockery of morality.
I should have done it.
What? Stick your head in that thing? Are you nuts? Carter, you're one of this country's natural resources, if not national treasures. It couldn't have gone down any other way. Just hope it's worth it.
Like you, Mr. Burton. Last year, you cheated on your wife of 17 years 8 times. You even had sex with her best friend while you were supposed to be home watching the kids.
In the bed that you and your wife share, no less.
Even if we do find the lost city, even if we get there and find exactly what we're looking for to defend the planet...
That would be worth it.
Mr. Newman, you got your girlfriend drunk at last year's Christmas party and then paid a kid from the mailroom to have sex with her while she was passed out, just so you could break up with her guilt-free when she sobbingly confessed in the morning.
Hello? In here.
She killed herself 3 months later.
Mr. Brace disowned his gay son. Very compassionate, Mr. Brace.
Oh, sorry, are we interrupting anything?
Mr. Ray put his mother in a third-rate nursing home and used the profits from the sale of her home to buy an oriental rug for himself. Heavens.
No. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, nothing. It's a funny story, actually. We were driving by and we saw Sam's car in the driveway and
Funny.
Mr. Barker flew to Thailand on the company account to have sex with an 11-year-old boy.
Teal'c said to me, well, he didn't really say anything. He just kind of, looked at me and did that eyebrow raise thing that he kind of does. And I said to him,
Mr. Holtzman okayed the production of movie dolls from materials he knew to be toxic and unsafe because it was, survey says, less costly.
I said, hey, why don't we stop by and...
Is that donuts?
Indeed.
Excellent.
You, on the other hand, are an innocent. You lead a good life.
Good for you.
How can coming last be halfway to winning?
Because I don't know.
But you, Mr. Whitland, you have more skeletons in your closet than this assembled party. I cannot even mention them aloud.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder. Many who try to climb it fail, never get to try again. The fall breaks them.
his father, you sick fuck. Good. Not bad, right? That's great work. Very good. Whew. Well.
So wrong. It's the perfect analogy. Burns as Gould.
They are merely animated characters, O'Neill.
You're so shallow. Oh, please. Steele's like one of the deepest people I know. He's so deep. Come on, just tell him how deep you are. You'd be lucky if you understand this.
My depth is immaterial to this conversation.
Oh, you see?
Alone at last. You know, with the exception of Miss Price here, there isn't a decent human being amongst you.
You invited him to the house.
I didn't invite him, he followed us. She's got a right to know.
Abby, this is Ray. Hi.
Hi. Do you want a hug or something? Never mind.
No more beer for you.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have to agree. I don't see the connection.
All right, that does it. You know, the entire VHS collection was going to one of you. It's going to Siler. He gets it.
Not one. Do you know what makes a human being decent? Fear. And therein lies the problem. None of you has anything left to fear anymore. You rest comfortably in seats of inscrutable power, hiding behind your false idol, far from judgment, lives shrouded in secrecy, even from one another. But not from God.
Thank God. Pizza. Well, you're not the usual delivery boy.
Last thing in the world I wanted was to hurt you.
I can't believe I almost fell for it.
This isn't a game. This is my family.
It's my family too.
Everything all right?
Ray said when he was younger, Mum and him used to call you Frank the Wank.
Is this a good time?
It's always a good time for you, sir. Come on in. Let me get you a chair.
General.
At ease, Major, please.
Here you go, sir.
Glad to find you all here. You wouldn't happen to have another one of those?
I would. I hope you like Guinness, sir. I find it a refreshing substitute for... food.
I've been relieved of command.
What?
The President has effectively shut down the SGC for a 3-month review process.
3 months?
During which time a newly formed government department will take the place of Stargate Command.
But, sir, the Colonel, we don't have much time.
Yep. Forgot my little voodoo doll. Man, it really looks just like you, doesn't it? Look at it. I mean, if I believed enough in this, I wonder.
How could this happen?
Kinsey.
Does anyone know anyone who voted for those two shrubs?
I've known President Hayes for a long time. He's a good man.
I don't believe in voodoo.
Despite his taste in running mates, maybe.
Robert Kinsey brought in a lot of campaign financing, and for all we know, he may have used his knowledge of the Stargate as leverage to get himself a place on the ticket. It doesn't matter now.
Well, we're just gonna lie down for this?
Now, we've been in this situation before.
No. This time it's different.
But I do believe in this.
Don't run! Don't run!
What does that mean?
And one to grow on.
Who's replacing you, sir?
Her name is Dr. Elizabeth Weir.
A civilian?
I've heard of her. She's an expert on international politics. She mediated some high-level negotiations for the UN. I actually referenced some of her work when I drafted our first treaty for the Tokra.
You put your heart on that track, and you are halfway to winning.
Even if we come last.
Yeah.
All I know is I've been ordered to Washington to discuss reassignment. I leave tomorrow.
General, we do have a little unfinished business here.
As far as I know, you're all to report to work as scheduled on Monday.
Something must be done.
I have my orders. Besides, I have a feeling I may be able to do more about this from Washington than I can here.
And in the meantime?
Dumb? Come on, it's okay. You've done nothing wrong. These guys were finks. You're a pure soul.
I think he's sleeping in his car. Oh, he's gonna sleep out there where he knows we can see him.
It's a bit hard, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Abby, come on.
Dad says the true champions achieve the impossible by rising above physical pain.
You'll just have to plead your case to the new administration. I have every confidence in you people.
You're a madman. I come to the right place then.
Is your father a ghost? Or do you converse with the Almighty?
In order to find his equal, an Irishman is forced to talk to God. Yes, Father. The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
Hi. I've been looking all over for you. I've got a job for you.
Why, I'm fine, Mr. Garibaldi. Thank you so much for asking.
Sorry. How you doing?
I have had a day.
I heard, Delenn told me. That's why I'm here. I thought that...
Did she tell you I was inside his mind when he died? Do you have any idea what that feels like? Do you have any idea what that does to you?
No, not really.
And do you know why? Because you're not supposed to know. No one is supposed to know except the person who is dying. When it happens, you see it as a door opening. Because there's no other way for the human mind to interpret what you're seeing. You feel the other person slipping away, and for a second, it catches you. It pulls you in, and a part of your soul goes with him.
I don't believe in souls.
Call it whatever you want, but inside, in here, there's a part of you that goes cold, empty. And after that, you're never quite whole again. I've only been through it twice. I've seen other telepaths who've been through it 4 or 5 times. You look into their eyes, and there's nothing there anymore. The rumor around Psychor is that's what happened to Mr. Bester. Did you know that?
No.
They say he was always volunteering for deathbed scans. I guess he wanted to know what was on the other side. They say he was there inside someone's mind when they died, and he went too deep. Saw more than anyone should ever see. And when the door closed, the rest of him, maybe the best of him, never came back. So yeah, I've had a day. I have had one hell of a day. And what kind of a job would you like me to do for you, Mr. Garibaldi?
But you didn't say God bless you when I sneezed.
Loki?
You're getting off light.
Loki!
I know, I'm coming.
Well, that sounds like something Frank the Wank would say, all right.
You call my dad Frank the Wank.
Strange thing. In the past, it was a great relief to leave Babylon 5 and a great joy to return home.
Get the card, please.
And now it is a relief to leave Centauri Prime and be anywhere else. I don't know what to call home anymore.
Well, have you considered the possibility that you're simply not meant to be happy, no matter where you are?
No, I hadn't. Not until you mentioned it. I thought you were supposed to be protecting me, looking out for my best interests.
I am. The warrior in me is watching out for your life. But the Narn in me has decided that it's your spirit that's in the greatest need of protection.
Now, wait, is it me, or are people looking at us?
Well, at me, actually.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm on it, sir. He seems very glad to see you.
Yes, but we weren't gone that long, less than a month.
Well, there you have the key to your popularity, your absence. Go away for a month and they bow. Go away for 6 months, they will tear the place apart when you come back. Perhaps you should go away and never come back again. Then your popularity would be so overwhelming, it would blacken the stars.
Oh, Larry.
I have always said this about you. Nothing so improves your company like the lack of it. The less they see of you, the more they like you. No, wait. Perhaps you can make some money from this. 10 credits for you not to be there for an hour. 100 credits for you not to be there for the day, and for you not to be there for the rest of your life. Well, they could never afford it.
I don't believe this thing. Father, Holy One. I've read every word of Jakar. Great. We are honored, sir. Thank you. God, thank you.
Talon, is it you?
It's me most days, except for those days when I don't feel quite like myself, and I suppose that I am someone else. But for now, yes, it's me.
But this is wonderful. Where have you been?
Well, I go where the sword is needed. Most recently guarding cargo to and from the homeworld to help with the rebuilding. Food, supplies, small weapons, whatever the Alliance will allow. And some other important items. Big ones, small ones. Some you may even recognize.
What else did you take home from here, Talon? Where is my book, Talon? The book I have been writing for the last 2 years?
That's what I wanted to see you about. You must understand, Jakar, that all we knew is that you went with Milari to Centauri Prime. Many of us felt that you had been taken prisoner or were going to be executed.
Where is my book? It is my only copy.
Yes, that is precisely the point. The Kari felt if anything happened to you, the Book of Jakar would never see the light of day. So we liberated it.
Liberated it?
We took it home. Those that read it were very moved by it. And they made some copies. Just a few. Well, they're friends. A few more, made a few more copies.
How many?
Well, it's hard to say exactly. There was some confusion when it went to the printers.
Printers? I've only been gone for a month, Talon. There can't be that many copies floating around this quickly. How many?
500,000 or 600,000.
What?
I have been told that it will outsell the Book of Jaquan. Congratulations, Citizen Jakar. You are now a religious icon.
After filming, forget about my dirty makeup and go to the shop. People think I'm homeless, and it's hilarious. Well, not really. It's kind of sad.
You're so lucky.